Okay, if you're trying to create blend shapes and you want to use it for making, say, a saddle or whatever your scenario is, fit multiple different models. So it's going to need to, become broader or narrower. It needs to be positioned higher or lower. So not only is the proportions going to change, but the position as well. This video should be able to help you, and especially the fact that in this case I'm working with LODs, and this workflow works with LODs as well. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a horse here, and I'm going to just turn off the skirt pad because we'll do that separately, but I'll just focus on the saddle for now. So you can see the saddle's positioned quite nicely, and it has LODs, and those will kick in based on the distance of the camera. So what I want to do now is to make sure that if in the game we turn off the one horse breed, and I turn on another horse breed. Let me just make sure I've got the right one there. Yep. You can see the saddle is too high, and if I had to rotate the camera, you'd see it. It's not fitting correctly. So actually already, I'm going to turn off the first saddle, and I'll turn on the second saddle. I've already adjusted it to suit. I don't need to be newbie editor, so I can get out of that. So yeah, you can see I've adjusted it to suit. There is a bit of a gap there, but that's because there's a skirt pad that goes underneath it, which fills that gap. Okay, so you can see that's a snug fit for the American Mustang. But if I go back to the quarter horse, you can see, oh no, it's not good. Yeah, so I've got two separate models, and I'm going to use the one as a reference point for the blend shape. So in the end, I'll only have to supply one saddle, but it would have the blend shape data for several different horses, and we can just use the slider to jump between the different positions and proportions of the saddle for whichever horse you want to use it on. Alright, and like I said, that works for LODs as well. So let me just pause you quick. Alright, so what we'll have to do at first is just make sure. So I'm going to turn off the horse now, and I'm going to turn off the skirt pad because we're going to be using that now. And alright, so there's the two different saddles. You just need to make sure that the saddles are named the same. It can cause issues for when doing blend shapes, so it should pop up an error. Now I'm just going to clear this. Clear history. If I go now and I go deform and I say create blend shape, it should throw up an error. Oh, no error today. I'll undo that. Let's just see. Perhaps I've renamed it already. I'll have a look at the skirt pad quickly. Okay, I did rename it already. So originally it had, say, saddle Australian quarter underscore LOD 0 or whatever it was. I've just renamed them all just to LOD 0 and LOD 1, LOD 2. So that's why it's working. If it gives up an error, just rename your LODs. There was an issue previously, so just keep that in mind. But it's not happening now because I've already renamed them. Then your order is important, so you need to decide which is going to be your master. So I would like the LOD information to be stored on this saddle for the quarter horse. So I want to take the Mustang, select that one first. Okay, I'll just close the stack, it doesn't matter. And I'll select the quarter horse, and then I go to deform and blend shape. You can have a look at the options here. I generally don't mess with this much. Blend shape node, you can give it a name. So I would say Mustang. Okay. Underscore saddle underscore Australian is the type of saddle this one is. So I click create. Now if I turn off the I'm gonna just, yeah, I'll turn off the, oh, it's already turned off, it's all good. Let's go to Windows, Animations, and Shape Editor. So there's that naming that I gave it, Mustang Saddle Australian. And the slider is on the quarter horse saddle, which we wanted. And now if I slide this, you'll see we can slide it to fit the American Mustang. And all that information is stored on the one saddle. So now we can if it was on the quarter horse first, and then you in the game enable Mustang, now you can just slide the slider and it fits perfectly. Okay, so that will have to be done for all the horse breeds and all the skirt pads, but essentially you'll just have one saddle and one skirt pad, and it'll have all the LOD information and all the blend shape information required for it to suit all the different types of horses. Okay, I hope that helps. All of the best.